Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. We are finally here, the potting up of the next stage of my little tomatoes. Pretty happy about that. These little tigerellas are all at the same stage. You can see they've got two sets of leaves, so they've got their true leaves, just sort of a bit more jagged looking, and they've got the plain leaves that they started out with there. So, despite the fact that they are quite leggy, i.e. too long and skinny for their own good, because they didn't have enough light, I'm really going to have to buy a grow light, I think. So it's not something I've got into before, so happy for anyone to give me any kind of recommendation they'd like. I'm pretty impressed with things like these Amish pastes. They're so leggy. So I will plant them deep. I have some pots that I can plant them deep. I might actually need to buy some more today, but I'm going to give them a second lease of life and see what they do. Planting tomatoes and peppers or capsicums, those sorts of things, chilies even, planting them deep is okay because they actually have roots that form right up the stem when they're in contact with the soil and enough moisture, so they don't rot off and die. You will actually increase the growth and health of your little tomatoes and peppers and chilies and capsicums by planting them deep, so that their little leaves are just above soil level, and so that they don't get wet with the soil whenever you water them. So a bit more of my process. You may have seen my video on how to make little plant labels out of things that you would normally have around the house. I will link that video here. So I've been a bit slack lately. I've been using my blank labels, which are my blank tags, which are either my new ones or my ones that I've rubbed off the pencil. I found that pencil's the best. I've tried permanent marker, and especially in the tropics, my goodness, it just fades. It is not permanent in the sun, it would seem. Even laundry marker, I've tried laundry marker. Anyway, my trusty 6B pencil is a soft lead, so it's quite dark and it lasts all season, and it lasts for years actually. And this is a system I thought up a year or two ago because I tend to use my nice new labels where you can write anything you want, but I've realised over time that it's much faster to keep the variety and OS for own seeds for myself. I mean, you can do this however you want, but also the company, the seed company, and the last thing I put down is the date that it's sown, because yeah, if you've been here before, you'll know I do most things by seed. So it's pretty handy to have these ready-made, because I tend to go back to the same seed companies, and I'm eventually going to have all of my own seed, maybe. So I've got paste tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, banana chilies or capsicums or sweet peppers, hot peppers or hot chilies as we call them in Australia. So these are sort of in plant families: tomatillos, ground cherries, Cape gooseberries, English gooseberries. The other thing I do is I update this. So today is the 17th of September, so I'll put something rather like this, like separated, SEP, and then just do an arrow for all of the ones that are the same, or these little things. But usually with the date I'll do an arrow, so just quickly put an arrow down there, then I'll know it's all done on the same date. So that's the record keeping in the best case scenario, but I'll admit I don't always get there. But here's how I do my tomatoes. Alright, excuse me if I'm crackling, but I have my raincoat on. It's slightly raining and it's 10 degrees. I've been putting this off, but it's nearly lunchtime and I have to go and see a friend soon, so here we go. And we will ignore the weather. Only these ones across the front here are ready to go. Now that I've organised the labels, they'll be ready for next time. And I don't know what's happening with my eggplant inside. We're on week 6 since I planted them. Pretty soon will be week 6. So might be replanting my eggplant sometime soon. But as you can see, I've only part filled these because you need to make room while you're gently firming them up in the pots. So here we go. So there you go, it's a start. I still need to buy some more pots today, some seaweed emulsion because my container I had was leaking and I thought I had another one, but I don't. So today's been a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I'm going to see my friend this afternoon and then I'm going out tonight. So this is all we've got done, but that's okay. It's more than I had done this morning. I've got all the tags organised, so these little ones can have a nice day in the rainy, sunny weather. So these little plant babies are going to have to stay outside. They have been outside every day unless it's super hot, but we really haven't had that kind of weather. But yeah, in the weather we've had recently, they've been almost hardened off from being inside. So I think they'll be alright in this sheltered little spot. They won't have a heat mat out here, but I think they'll be fine because they've been outside when it hasn't been super warm. All the best, little babies. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you're having fun in your garden. We'll see you next time.